Shalom, shalom to everyone watching on the Ways of Israel. This is Rabbi Moshe Otero, and we're going to continue our study the best we can on SEFER HAIKKARIM. And Rabbi Albo continues now touching on the issue of knowledge, but in particular to regards to the constellation. So we must now discuss the significance or signification of constellation. Among the ancients, we find that there are two opinions concerning the signification of constellation. One is the view of the philosophers, who says that the heavenly bodies and the stars exert an influence upon the lower worlds by means of their various motions, and by which they cause the elements to move and combine them and prepare them in various ways to receive the natural form. So that some persons who are prepared to acquire wisdom and others are not. Some are prepared to receive the divine prophetic influence, others are not. The form of signification and of the control which the stars have over the lower world can be denied. For we see that the sun warms the air, the moon moistens and cools it and increases the forces of water. Hence we cannot but admit that their motion, there's sometimes increased moisture of dryness, sometimes cold or heat, and in this way prepare matters to receive various forms. As for any other signification the stars may have in relations to other things which have no connections with their elemental qualities, as for example in the determination of poverty or wealth, whether a given person will marry one wife or another one, whether he will be virtuous or vicious. These schools deny any such powers, and it is false. They say extremely unlikely that the stars should give indications of things which have nothing to do with them, like poverty, wealth, love, and hate. The second view is that the astrologers and stargazers, they say that all of this happens to man, and do so by decrees of the stars, and they prove it by verification, or actual verification. The astrologers tell a person that will happen to him in all the particulars, whether he will live long or whether he will be poor or rich, in what occupation he will make better success, how many wives will he have, or how many children will he beget, and so on. This shows that all things that happen to a man are due to the degree of the stars, which is impossible to escape. In this way, they say that we can maintain God's knowledge without any change. Some of the rabbis hold this view as well. The constellation makes rich. Constellation makes wise. Israel is governed by the constellation. Both of these views are open to criticism, says Rabbi Albo. We may object to the first view as follows. Whether anything causes another to pass from potentiality to actuality, the efficient cause must have actually that which is acted upon has potentiality, as is explained in the metaphysics. But the stars have no qualities. How then can the sun heat the air, and the moon moisten it? We must therefore say that the proposition just mentioned, that the efficient cause must have actually the thing acted upon has potentiality. It applies only to the physical agents and not to an intellectual agent. And the spheres are living beings endowed with intelligent souls that they may act upon the lower existence and produce in what is called themselves, and hence they give predominance now to the element of fire and now to the element of water, now to the element of the air, and now to the element of the earth. For as we see that the spark of the sun, though incorporeal, moves the elements of the fire and causes to predominate, and the moon acts in the same way as the element of the water, and so it may spark the other planets, move the other elements, and cause them to predominate things in a mysterious manner, which we do not understand. In the same way, therefore, we say that the other indication, they indicate poverty, wealth, wisdom, or ignorance, or other things, that they have no such quality in themselves, and that they do this by virtue of some condition or relation which is unknown to us, provided that the recipient has it in him the capacity to receive the effect. So a teacher produces knowledge in the people which gives more benefit to the one who is prepared than to the one who is not prepared to receive instruction. Moreover, since our senses testify to the realization of those things which the astrologers foretell to individuals, we cannot deny our senses. We're going to stop here and continue this 4th chapter on our next video, where he deals into the second view, which namely is that the astrologers and stargazers are open to manifold objections. So we'll take a look at that in our next video. Shalom.